Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Blue Devils will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So North Carolina's offense will be first on the attack. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Caught over the middle, it's Fleming. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tar Heels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Hits the crease. Touchdown, North Carolina. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He smashes his way through again. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Duke's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out fired on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The give to the tailback. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Tar Heels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Slams it ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Ramsey. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Looking for more room. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. 3rd in California to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Taken out of bounds after a good pick up there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take that lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Wall. Now down at the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Blue Devils are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Just pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Snap from the gun on third down. Under fire. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now facing a third and long. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They makes the grab. He's got a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but
breaks into the open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield very late in the half. Buying some time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half, and they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Here's a heat. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away. It's a big time play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the tight end. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. At the 45 on his way. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Here's the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Took a shot as he threw.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
A short throw to the sideline, but it is long enough for a first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Turning it on. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll keep it himself. And he get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for 6. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. grabbed over the middle. It's Simon. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The handoff to Johnson. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right and they make a big play for this defense.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. First down and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab on 3rd. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Slater. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. This offense has it with really good field position. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to buy time. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air, it's Knox. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, North Carolina! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.